What are you doing here? Oh no. Oh no. Don't eat me. Hello there. How are you doing today? At work.
No, come on. Are you crazy? I mean, don't answer that. I just felt it when I brought my hand up.
Team deathmatch.
No!
Let's do this.
Matthew!
Our UAV is online.
Why is this stream just static? There we go.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
Gameplay on the head channel.
UAV recon standing by.
I joined the party. Yeah? Join it whenever. It's a public party. I would have said it private if I didn't want people to join. Well, I don't actually want people to join, I just... You can join, but... I'm not out there like, please join, please join.
Friendly chopper on the
You
way.
understand what I mean?
Our UAV is online.
Have you seen that video of a cat talking into a microphone? Search up cat meows into microphone. You are going to love it. No, it's cat meow. Cats meow into microphone.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
Oh no, friendly airstrike on it.
Our UAV is online.
I don't think it's... Alright, now, I'm gonna tell you what, here's what the two tie-in stories are gonna be. The first one is actually, technically it's going to be a romance, but you'll get it. It's literally like maybe the last paragraph or something is when it really starts. Because the main character is actually a female. I'm gonna do an audiobook form of it if you want to see that. So what happens is like the prologue shows the prologue is he's busy.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Oof. That was an oof. That was an oofy oofer.
Friendly chopper on the way.
So the story starts off with a prologue, which is, you know, a prelude to Revenge of Humanity. It's basically that, but like more detailed. It's got like Godzilla's like reactions and stuff,
We're about to win this one. Keep up the fire.
and like it tells. So I need to continue on with the thing that I was saying. If I can get an Instagram.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
If it's like bloody and gory, then that's fine.
Friendly chopper on the way.
If it's swearing and gore, I don't... As long as it's not excessive gore, I'm okay with that. But when it comes to stuff that's like NSFW, Rule 34, heck no. And if I do get it, I'll make sure there's like parental controls so my parents can put parental controls on it. That way. That way I can't see stuff like that. Hopefully. I still watch a bit of horror movies, but I'm kinda not desensitized to it. That's the wrong word. I'm like alright, when you're done with that, I want to tell you about, what, is going on with, the two, stories. Well, I was doing the prologue and then you started talking about your stuff, so. Alright, well, the prologue is mainly the prelude, but more details, so I'm gonna go on to the main story. So this is a bit out of order because we find out this later in the story. But remember that dude with like, the military dude with like the brown outfit and the, looks like he had a skull mask on from Wrath of Gujira who died? Yeah, that was the father of the main character in this story. Yeah, so what happened is Godzilla shot a blast at, what is it? Like, near the missiles, a pipe broke, went right into his chest, his guts, killing him. He died from the blood loss. Like, it's pretty gory once you think about it. It's a pretty sad way to go out. Poor. Well, continuing on, the story starts off with her, like, waking up, going to school, like, it was a normal day. She gets onto the bus, and she has to go to this, kid who likes to pick his nose a lot, named Peter Goldman. But, in the prologue, his father showed up, because he had the same last name, Goldman. He'll become more important in the second part, which is coming out, I don't know, once I'm done with part 1. And so, when she goes to school, it's a normal day so far, until she goes to Mr. Nakajima's class. And you know that's the reference. Who's that referencing? Mm-hmm. So, what? Yeah, it's heartwarming until you find out his death scene. Uh-oh. This is gonna be, this is going to be a literal, like, bloodfest. So, all of a sudden, the ground starts to shake. The buildings start to shake. The windows, or, I don't know, they shatter later. I'll get to that. Nakajima turns on the news. A outpost from the military blows up and Rodan emerges from it. Yeah. And then I made like this little fake news story or news picture about it. So it kind of immerses you in the story. I think it's good. And then to continue with that, he tells his class run down into the shelters. He hands them the key cards because he's running to go get the others. and get into another shelter. He looks out a window and there's Rodan staring right at him. And then he's like, well, I guess I gotta sit here and accept my death. Yeah, except Rodan ain't showing mercy this time. So Rodan is like watching him like a hawk. He moves to go get the other children. Rodan screeches. The windows shatter, and one big shark goes through his arm and sticks him into the floor. And then the school bully named Damien, he just watches in horror as the teacher just bleeds out. You get to be traumatized.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Enemy UAV is airborne.
What?
Enemy helicopter inbound.
Mm-hmm.
Our UAV is online.
Oof. Ooh.
Friendly airstrike on the way. Enemy UAV is airborne. This is our last chance. Enemy UAV is airborne.
Got him.
Our UAV is online. Our UAV is online. Enemy UAV is airborne.
Oof.
Enemy UAV is airborne. UAV recon standing by. Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Yeah. Alright, to finish off, like, what's gonna happen in the rest of the story. So it's gonna take place in a bunker. Like, Damien has a change of heart. These mercenaries come in to extract the kids. So the kids get onto one of these helicopters. The helicopter explodes. Yeah, the only ones that survived were Peter Goldman, Jamie's one friend and future boyfriend Alex. I haven't given him a last name yet. And then Jamie, obviously. And then in the second story, it's gonna be about them 10 years later uncovering Project Cyber Lizard. It was a project from 1985 where they were covering up Godzilla, Kong, and the newly discovered Mothra. They exposed this, and guess what they find in the files?
Wait, hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh boy. 6:44. Uh-oh.
Team deathmatch.
Alright. Oh, stinking. Uh-oh. Stinky. Poo.
Take no prisoners, comrade.
Oh, it's alright. Alright, to finish it off. Alright. School's actually doing pretty good. For me, I honestly, really, sometimes I like school better than real life. I don't know why people hate school so much. No school, you work at McDonald's forever. Like, people are just like, school bad. When you realize school's until like 3 o'clock, and then the rest of the time you'll have to yourself. And if you... Yeah, I said 3 because it was around that time. Mine has been going from like 2:30 to 2:55, 3. It's just been changing back and forth all the time. I need to finish what I was saying about the second story. So, they find the files for Project Cyber Kaiju, discover plans for Mecha King Ghidorah, and then Imperial Star Destroyers land. Luckily, they managed to escape, but they recover the files, and thus begins Rapture of the Devil.
Our UAV is online.
Ooh. Yeah.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Enemy UAV is airborne.
Ooh. Alright. Now, can I tell you the timeline? Alright, the first one is King Kong 1933. Because King Kong's in the universe and the main species isn't gargantuan titan-sized Kong. Then we have the original Godzilla, and surprisingly, Godzilla Raids Again. Yeah, they chose Godzilla Raids Again, but not any of the Showa series, except for little bits of Mothra vs. Godzilla, only the Godzilla destruction scenes.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Enemy UAV is airborne.
What if Playmates makes a Godzilla memorial box? But it's 6-inch Kong level quality.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
6-inch Kong is amazing for a $10 figure. No, I meant. Well, in Canada, you gotta do like conversions and stuff, so if it's $12 for you, it may still be $10 for us.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Can I tell you something weird? All three Walmarts around me I've been to have had these two figures. Kong with Battle Axe and Giant Kong. That's it. Except for one that had a Giant Godzilla, but who cares about Giant Godzilla? Free. Now, can I tell you something why I'm a bit mad about that? So, I tried to twist the head of the Playmate Skullcrawler to see if it was just like a little stuck. So I ended up tearing the plastic. It didn't fall off. So my mom you know the buildings that I made? Puts the board that I used in Revenge of Humanity on top of it. And the figures. I go to sit down. It falls! I go over. My Playmate Skullcrawler's head broke off.
Let's get this over and done with quickly. Better you're not seen here.
I just bought a supply drop.
But I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.